Hello, everyone. We're still on Antstream service thing. Not worth your time service. We're gonna play more games that I know. We're just gonna spend the rest of that money there, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I might save some for if more games come out in the future. But we're gonna play some Rampage, the arcade version apparently. We used to have this on the NES. I think we had the arcade version on a PC at one point, but I don't know, that was so long ago. So the point of Rampage, okay, is to destroy buildings and not get killed. I thought eating people gave you health. Definitely not as fun as I remember it being. That's gonna be expected. I do wish eating people gave you health. Oops, sorry. Forget that the pause button is pause. Or the back button on the Xbox. I gotta go after the girl. Come back! looks like he's in constant pain. Punching. Well, that's Rampage. I think you start out with like 500. Credits. Fighting Warrior. Let me look again. Could have sworn I was under C. But it's not in alphabetical order. So who knows? Who knows? Well, like this, the overall list, like every A is an A, every B is a B, but in here isn't. They're not in alphabetical order. Let's see. I can't think of anything else really. Galaga, like that looks interesting. Artistically, that cover looks interesting. I'm just seeing if there's anything I have played. Ikari Warriors, that's... Isn't that like infamous? Yeah, we played this, I think. We played a version of this. Yeah, on SNK collection, that's right. It's like a twin stick shooter. Oh, right, tank controls. Okay, old games. Old games. I want to say the one on the SNK version is better, but it's been so long I couldn't tell you. Like, if these were like your favorite games growing up, like, I'm sorry. Just, they're not good. They're not. And a lot of the games I play aren't good too. And that's okay. That's fine. Like, you can get enjoyment out of whatever you want to get enjoyment out of, but at least acknowledge that these probably aren't how you remember them. Don't defend them to the death, saying they're the best games of all time. Like, there's modern games that would absolutely freaking school these. I thought I saw this on here, but I thought it was just Noah 3D. I wonder if they have Moses. Oh, the search funk. Why? Why? Why wouldn't you search for a game in the search function? Oh, come on. This service. Okay. MOS. Doesn't look like there's a Moses. Was it just Bible Adventures? Because I have it on PC. You can get them on PC. But they don't have that 8-bit sound. They don't have the NES sounds, I mean. Okay. The fuck? The fuck is this? Okay, yeah. Okay, this is... Okay, so... The Bible Adventures is a completely separate game, noted. You know what? This isn't half bad. For a shitty game, they would have hopped to uber religious people. A game that I would have been allowed to play back in the day on Sunday. I would take this. This is like okay. Not the game I was looking for though. This is not the game you were looking for. This service is such trash. It's such trash. I gotta check it out. That artwork. I know it's not like YouTuber friendly, so I might have to blur it out. Just look at that. I think I don't know. That might pass. Well, probably not because that platformer where it didn't even show like even imply that was nips there. I gotta try it out. That artwork is fantastic. Even that, look at that. Don't seem to have any powers yet. That's kind of loud and obnoxious. So I know the last one was kind of loud. No, okay, yeah, say no volume settings. Oh fuck! That needs to be fixed. B should be cancel, not get out. Like B to get out. Like why is B get out of the game in the pause menu? It's just habit for me to press B to cancel menus. Because in every freaking game... even got junk and stuff. This is like something from, I guess that on the bottom left is my health. Yeah. This is so bizarre. I guess that's my way to combat things. Yep. That's a direction button. That's a down. I'm digging this music. You can tell they're really working within their limitations. I've got to look this game up. I've got to look this game up and see if there's a modern soundtrack. Anyway, who knows how much of that I'm gonna have to censor. Oh, look, okay, let me get off of this so I don't have to do that for too long, hopefully. Look, is there stuff on here for newer people trying to explore old games? Yes. But there really isn't enough, at least like for North American stuff, because that's what one of the reviews was saying. It's like a lot more European recognized releases here. Is there enough for you to get an idea? Like you got Earthworm Jim, you got Star Wars, you got Indiana Jones, you got Pac-Man, Mortal Kombat, Fatal Fury, Rampage, Bubble Bobble. So there is that like old school classics in here. There's just a lot of fluff. Like, yeah, I wouldn't mind playing these games to see what they're like. But the thing is, at 50 cents a pop, that's how much you're losing just for trying a game. At least on like a proper arcade, you can see like gameplay because it shows you the like gameplay, but it does kind of show you here if you wait long enough, depending on the game, or if you select the different versions of the game. It's still not justified itself to me. Rogue. Holy shit. It's got Rogue on it. Wow. That's something. Roguelikes. This is where roguelikes come from. 1988 Rogue on the Commodore 64. I've never played it. Like Castle of Terror. Isn't that the... No. If their like business practice wasn't as unapologetically expensive and extortionate, I could easily get behind this, because I think this is something that can build that retro gaming mindset. like I said, like there are a lot of games that you can get elsewhere on here that you can get on the PC legally elsewhere. But there are also a lot more games that you can't. And while there might be like unknowns that I've never heard of before, that doesn't mean they're all bad. It just means like I don't know what they are because they're old games. But the thing is, when it's costing you 50 cents a pop, and I don't care if you get 1,400 some odd games for $40 a year. Like Microsoft, the Xbox store, the Microsoft Game Store, whatever, the game subscription Microsoft offers is $15 a month. I don't know that's way more expensive, but you also get these modern, constantly updated games, and you're not like charging me 50 cents to start a game is ridiculous. Like make starting the game free, and then the crystals are like your tokens. So I get 1,000 retries. Something else. Like I know that's like probably ridiculous to you, but maybe like wow, what the fuck was that? For some reason my audio shut up in my headset. Maybe because I like raised up my shoulder. You got to make it more appealing. Like I do want more interest in arcade old games, but I want to be able to permanently own them. And like I know like I'm kind of like in between kind of collector. I don't care if I have a physical copy, which a lot of collectors do care about. I've got like over 3,000 games on my Steam account. That's not including each. That like probably including DLCs, but that's not including each bundle. Each like the Namco Museum 1, Namco Museum 2, SNK collection, Castlevania collection, Anniversary collection, Castlevania Advance. You know, it's not accounting all those, which like have at least like Namco has like 10 games in each one. The SNK I think it's like 20, 25, something like that. Like that's not including all that. But charging 25 cents a pop just to start it, I think that's ridiculous. And they'll be like, oh no, because this, it is that. I'm just leaning my head too far. No, because this, because that. No, bullshit. If it wasn't that much value to you, you wouldn't charge that to me. You wouldn't charge me 50 cents to start it if you didn't think it was worth that. Be like, well, it's not if you buy the bigger option. That's artificial value. It's just artificial value. That's all it is. You wouldn't charge if you legitimately didn't think people wouldn't buy it at that price. You wouldn't have offered it. And any other excuse is just you being stupid. Well, not you being stupid. You're taking advantage of people because they think there's a value. That year subscription, $40 for 1,400 and some change starting a game. Like that's 1,000. Let's just say it's 1,400. Let's just say it's 1,400. So 1,400 divided by 365. That's 3.8 games a day. If you play every day. 3.8 games a day. I think that's pretty reasonable. That you could easily come up with that number if you actually had quality games, which I don't think you do. That's the thing. Again, they don't care about the games that they put on here. Otherwise, they would have offered options. They don't care. No manuals. No manuals. No extras. No, I know it's a streaming service, but like no emulation options. It's just so fucking bare bones. And you want me to pay $40 for 3.8 games a day if I play it daily. But like when you look at like, oh, 1,400, how could you ever do it? I did it. Even if it was one game per token, which it's not. One game per token, you would get, 32,000 games a year if you got the subscription, that premium. 36, it was 42. 42,000, 4250, 42,500, I mean. Okay. You would never play that, right? Who would play that? I think I might have done the last math wrong. I think I did 350, not 365. 42,500 would be 116 games a day. That would be ridiculous. But say it was 1,500. Again, 1,500. I'm rounding up now. That's 4.1. 4.1. Like for $30, $40. 4.1 games a day. And so that leaves you a spot. So if you played this daily, so you might get 10 coins. So every day you get theoretically 10, just presuming. I don't know if that's what they do or not. You pick one up where you want to continue, say like Star Wars. So that's one. You pick up a game that you want to try new. You can try a new game for 1,200 days because there's that many games theoretically. And like 2 other arcade games that you want to do. Like it's so easy to do that number. And like you think it's a lot, but it's really not. And I know I sound like I might be justifying their price here, but it should be unlimited for $40. Unlimited. Add the saves, unlimited play for $40. Well, what about the $99 then? Doesn't that make it irrelevant? Yes, it does. It already is irrelevant. So what's the complaint here? It's already irrelevant. $40 a year gets you more playtime than paying the $100. We showed that. Yeah, it's not all up front. But you get 100 coins per day. Now, whether that automatically updates or not is another question. If that automatically updates onto your account, whether you log in or not, then that's more beneficial. If you have to log in again, that's horrible. Like, yeah, I know 4.1 or 3.8 games a day it's like, well, who would play 3.8 games a day? Like like you said, returning to Star Wars, playing an arcade game that you want to play, and then try a new one. Oh, I'm going to continue my Star Wars play for. I'm going to play Bubble Bobble because that's great. I'm going to try to get better at that. And I'm going to try Slam Tilt. That's easy. Oh, I'm going to continue. I want to play Earthworm Jim all the way through because I've never done that before. That's 4. It's just... I just thought of something. Custer's Revenge. You gotta put this on here. You gotta get it, because you can't get it anywhere else. I know that's like horrifically offensive and stuff like that, but that's kind of why I want it there. I want to be able to. I want to play it. Again, I play games to play games. To see what there's like. I bought E.T. the Extraterrestrial on the Atari 2600 when I had it, just to see what it was like, and I liked it. I doubt I'll like Custer's Revenge, but I want to try it. I know I can't like play it on YouTube, but like I couldn't play that last one on YouTube really either. That's like you could see the shape of junk and the implied nipples and stuff like that. I don't know how much of that I'm going to be able to show, or if any of it. I might have to blur out a decent chunk. Who knows? But it gives you an opportunity, but it doesn't care about the games. It doesn't care about the money it does care about the money. It doesn't care about reasonable money expectations. 50 cents for a startup. I know it's like, well, you can get more value out of that. I don't care. Like I said, if they didn't think it was worth that, they wouldn't charge it. And the whole idea is to upgrade you, to get you to pay more than you want to pay. And not only that, is the higher you go, the extra just adds change that you can't fucking use unless you buy more. It's a trap. It's a trap. And I love some of these games. I want to play more of this. This is crazy to me. This is cool. Because it's something I've never seen. It's something I have no idea about. It's something I wouldn't have been able to play as a kid. That's your market. And you're just not hitting it. I don't know what your target audience is. Is it retro gamers? Because if there's really not enough here for people that have played a lot of retro games to come here for. Is it to discover old retro games? Maybe. Who's going to be interested in that, though? Gen Xers, maybe? Like, oh, well, I played this. What's this like? Maybe. I just can't justify it. I just can't justify putting any money into this. Unless I could buy them permanently. Like I said, $300 for permanent access to Rampage. That'd be worth 10 plays at 25 cents a piece. Well, that's $5, isn't it? It might be like $2.50. That's okay. That's a little expensive to me for Rampage, but I'm much more acceptable of that than just being able to launch it a couple times. I don't know. And then the premium gives you exclusive tournaments too. What did the tournaments do? other than remind you how bad at games you probably are, just like it does me. I just like I like that it's here because I'm glad it's bringing attention to these old games, and I do want a lot of these old games to make it to a permanent thing, like a permanently owned option on PC. But a streaming service isn't the way to it, because if it's successful, more are gonna want to open up, and it's gonna branch out. It just like Netflix has. Oh, there's Disney Plus. There's freaking the whoever does CBS or whatever. I can't remember what they're called. They just did the South Park launch. There's so many that it costs you way ridiculous amounts of money, and you can't do them all. It's more than cable now, and like this list. If publishers go, oh look, there's enough of a market. Oh, we'll just do the same thing with retro games. We'll just add these and these and these. And I don't want that. I don't want that to happen. I want to be able to play these, but I don't want it to be extortionately exclusive and expensive to play these old games if I want to cover them. Because it's Butch Hard Guy. That's what I was looking for earlier. Only on the Spectrum, but not showing you gameplay. Not showing you gameplay. Like, we'll sit on here. Not showing you gameplay. Not giving you good control options on like the fighters and stuff like that. Okay, it does. It does after you've sat there for a while and probably already paid. But it's wrong. It's just exploitative to me. I just can't. I know I've gone on, but this is going to be the last video of this for a while. I'm going to keep an eye on this and see what else they add and stuff like that, or if they change their prices. Because like I said, to a point, I do want this to succeed because I want these games on the PC. Legally on the PC. But not for these prices. Not for 50 cents a freaking launch. Not for $40 a year for 3.8 games a day. And it would have to be more than that, because you get 100 coins a day, and because the 6,000. Okay, yeah, I forgot to. I was thinking, well, I didn't really calculate for the 6,000, but I did, because 6,000 divided by 365 days a year. That's, Anyway, but yeah, I gotta keep an eye on it. There are if there's games added on, fucking E.T., Custer's Revenge, I know, controversy and stuff like that. Pac-Man on the Atari 2600. Could you imagine that? Have you ever played the original Pac-Man on Atari 2600? It's fucking awful. But that's why I want it on here. That's why I want people to be able to experience it. I want people to be able to experience why games were the way they were, how far they've come. Maybe the fact that the games they liked weren't that good. Maybe the fact that a lot of games nowadays aren't that good. But I like the shit. I like shit. I like good games too, but I like shit. I like rolling around in the shit. Yeah, like I said, I want it to succeed, but I can't support it. I just can't. Anyway, if you got any suggestions, updates, or things like that you want me to cover on here, I'll probably return at some point. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry about ranting there for 4 episodes. I'll see you next time. Bye.